Welcome to Fenwick Island, Delaware, a hidden coastal gem where time slows down and nature takes center stage. Nestled between the Atlantic Ocean and the serene bays, this quiet beach town offers a unique escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life in Fenwick Island, Delaware. I asked ChatGPT to write that, and I think that's a pretty bang-up intro, because today we're going to talk about potentially moving to Fenwick Island, Delaware. And if we're just now meeting, my name is Zachary Faust. I'm an Army veteran and 8-year real estate agent here in Southern Delaware. And if you are looking to relocate into the great first state of Delaware, I made this YouTube channel just for you. P.S. If you're over the age of 55 and living currently in the Northeast and looking to relocate to Delaware, hit the subscribe button because every Friday we make a post just for you. Now, Fenwick Island, we're looking at a price point median of about $1.15 million. So a few of you may already be like, well, I'm out. But for those looking for the higher income areas, this is going to be the spot where a lot of higher wealth individuals choose to live out the rest of their days in a secluded, modern, high energy, but peaceful area that sandwiches you really between three items. One, you have just north of you the whole stream of beaches. You are literally in Fenwick Island, the most southern Delaware beach. So above you is every beach, from Middlesex to Dewey to Bethany to Rehoboth to Lewis, all the way up to Cape May and Broadkill Beach. It's all north. Two, going south, you're just on the outskirts of Ocean City, Maryland, and you may not care about that at all, or you may be like, I'm a big boater, I'm a big fisher, I love a great boardwalk. Ocean City is just south of you. And if you look at a map of Fenwick Island, you'll notice that on the east and on the west, between the island and the isle, it's just water. So secluded and peaceful are the first two words that I think of when I think Fenwick Island. I think our ChatGPT intro thought the same. But is it also going to offer the things to do, the places to go see, the places to go eat on date night or with family? Let's get into that, because the lifestyle that you take on your retirement, probably the most important factor to consider. And this is a market too that doesn't just feature, as I'm looking at my notes, retirement. You also have relocators that come in for their second home, maybe looking into potentially retiring there at some point, but just want to get things started. And as well, second home and rentals, very popular for someone to own a home in this area and come down once or twice a year, or even just come down for the summer and then rent it out all the other months, vice versa into the winter. All that to be said, there's creativity that can be had in this area. Homes typically stay on the market at that higher price point a bit longer, with 2.5 months being the typical days on market for Fenwick Island, and $575 per square foot being the median price per square foot. If you're looking for luxury, here's the higher end of the market. Higher end of the market means we get oceans, bay views, and or private pools and chef-style kitchens. Homes like this are going to be waywardly around the beaches or not within beach site, and most of the properties in Fenwick are going to be. Now, if you're looking for all that and a side of Coke, meaning like 4-bed, 4-bath, oceanfront, you're looking at about $3.5 to $4 million. Now, let me tell you, here's where the deal is. And I've walked through a few of these properties to know that you're still getting all of the locationary benefits and all of the scenic benefits, sometimes more so when you get into condominiums in town. Now, the townhomes is where you're really getting into the financial benefit. You're normally not going to get to 7 digits or higher unless the scenery is just drop dead like you're on the ocean. But condos, there are a lot of condo opportunities that will surprise you with the price point. I walked through a 4-bedroom condo with ocean view, and it was priced at 1.08. And I know if that was a single family home with a decent HOA, we're looking at 2.8 easily, if not 300 plus. But hold fast and be still your heart if you're thinking, Zach, I have 300 grand to my name. I have a 500K portfolio. I can't be looking at these 7-digit things. I'm pre-approved for 680. What are we talking about here? Well, if you're looking for a modest cottage, I would say 1,500, 1,800 square feet or less. And of course, you're not going to be sitting on the sand or probably within a 2 or 3 block radius of the sand. You could still get in for about $500,000. 450 to 525K currently on the market. There are 18 homes. So some to pick from. Wrote down too is the neighborhoods and communities you should look into. Fenwick Acres, Bayside, Fenwick Island. This is like a resort style, a lot of amenities to that one. And the first one more is the luxurious homes. When I mentioned Fenwick Acres, that's where you're getting your 3+, really honestly, 4-bedroom homes. You're getting 2 stories. You're getting a lot of amenities with it, but a slightly higher price point. In Kings Grant, third one, you're getting water sports and water views. Now, if you're anything like me, I know 2 things to be true when I retire. I know 1, I'm going to do a lot of golf. I love golf. I like to eat. I like to go out, have a drink, enjoy food, enjoy time with the people that mean something to me. And you'll probably hear that and you're like, yeah, that's who I am too. So I want to tell you the top 10 places you can go do that there. So if you're driving through the area, just testing out the market, or heck, you're already living in Fenwick Island, these are the areas I would go check out for food, cafe, different genres. We'll cover pizza, seafood, the whole deal. Catch 54, American coastal food, so seafood, but not super bougie. Mancini's Pizza, I think it's called Mancini's. I didn't put it down here. Mancini's Pizzeria, brick oven pizzeria. Good pizza. And I'm a big fan on the crust when it's like a wood-fired rub, you know, like how the crust feels all like crispy, and they do that, and I love it. Not really a restaurant, but Fisher's Popcorn is a popular spot for my daughter every single time. We gotta go there, and it's a very touristy spot, very kitschy spot. That is a well-known area, Fisher's. Now, the next one's Mexican food. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it, though. It's Papa Grande Taqueria. I'm Taqueria? Taqueria. 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 It's Papa Grande's. You want a margarita while having some outdoor seating opportunity? Papa Grande, probably gonna be your spot. Very laid back, but I don't know how to pronounce their full name. For the lobster lovers, it's gonna be the Lobster Shanty. I'm not a huge lobster guy, but I know people that are, like my mom from New Hampshire. So Lobster Shanty is a popular spot for the crab and lobster lovers. Specifically though, for my crab lovers, like my wife who loves a good crab meat infused drink like a Bloody Mary, or just to get like a lobster or crab roll, crab cake, it's going to be, I put in my notes, the Fenwick Crab House. I had to do some research on this one because I've only been there twice, and I didn't know how long they've been in operation. It's been over 50 years. So this has been a staple of Fenwick for a long time. Last two, the Coastal, another American style, can get a good burger, get a good steak, but a good family share kind of like table experience where you get like a plate that serves 2 or 3 people is gonna be Our Harvest. Everything's fresh. Everything's locally sourced, like farm to table. A little bit on the pricier side, but whew, this is a, dare I say, top 10 restaurant, probably in Delaware. And to finish us off, if you're coming down through to Fenwick, you may be looking at what do I do while I'm down there. These are my 5 favorite things to do with myself or with my family. Number 1, if you're familiar with any of the content we post, which by the way, we post twice a week on all different content revolving around living in and what to do and how to move into or relocate to the great state of Delaware. You've heard me mention our state parks and how well we treat them, take care of them, keep up with the maintenance, and overall go above and beyond. The Fenwick Island State Park is no different. 3-mile stretch of beach for swimming, surf fishing, and sunbathing. You can also kayak there. A cool little hidden gem for number 2 is the Shipwreck Museum. They got a bunch of different stuff they found from shipwrecks all across the Atlantic coast, all in one place, and it's just really interesting to see how many and what is found at the bottom of our oceans when it comes to sunken ships. Looking for a photo opportunity or a history buff? Built in 1858. Yes, 1858. That's almost 200 years ago, was the lighthouse in Fenwick Island. Get up there, take a picture, see the views. That's a great spot. If I'm on my own, I gotta tell you, just like I told you earlier, I'm probably going golfing. I'm going into Ocean City and going maybe to Ocean Pines, maybe even Bethel, Maryland. But if I'm staying in Fenwick Island, you know I have to go to Bayside. For all my golf lovers, Jack Nicklaus designed Bayside. Surrounded by water, beautiful views, and oh, by the way, great golf. Go to Bayside. And number 5, for those that have relocated down from the northeast of America into Delaware, I'm telling you right now, if you move into Delaware, if you move to our beaches, specifically if you go to Fenwick Island, I can tell you right now what you're gonna spend the most time. Number 5, and is go to the beach. You're gonna be right there on the sand, right there on the water, whether it's a walk, whether it's fishing, whether it's taking the dog, whether it's taking the family or going out in the water. You got a beautiful beach, well-maintained, sand to water. And if you yourself are looking at Fenwick Island, text Fenwick to this number. That's my personal cell phone number. I would love to jump on a call with you and answer your questions about Fenwick Island, hear your situation and your journey that you're looking to make from wherever it is in the country. But more specifically, we work with a lot of people who may be just like you, and we service you specifically. So subscribe if that's you and you're looking to do that in the future, or simply shoot me a text with Fenwick to my number, and I'd love to begin the process. Whether you're 6 to 8 months, you're out, we'd love to start the process with you. Have a great one, and I can't wait to see you in Fenwick Island, Delaware.